Hello and welcome to Not Just Books, the Williamson County Public Library's monthly television show about what's happening at the library and in the Williamson County community. I'm Dolores Greenwald and I'm the director. Thank you so much for joining us today. We have a very special show and a very special theme. It's going to be all about the summer reading program. Today we will have Janine Moore, a member of the library's foundation, to talk about funding. We'll have Lindsay Roseberry from our reference department to talk about the adults' role in the summer reading program. And we'll have Julie Duke from our very busy children's department. We'll be talking about the teens and children's part of the summer reading program. So please stick around. If you got kiddos, you'll want to know what's going on. And we'll be right back with Janine. Welcome back. Today we have Williamson County Community Volunteer Extraordinaire Janine Moore. I had the opportunity to meet Janine when we were in Leadership Franklin class in 2012, and she was doing a lot with the education board, and now she is helping us with the Williamson County Library Foundation board. Welcome so much. Thank you for coming.
It's good to be here.
Thank you. We have, yes, Williamson County Public Library does have a foundation. If you didn't know, viewers, tell us a little bit about it.
Well, the Williamson County Library Foundation is pretty old. It's been supporting the public library since the 40s, was a designated 501c3 in the 60s, and now our main purpose is to raise money to support the children's and teens summer reading programs. That was how we got our start. And then we branched out to supporting the children. There's a tween and teen area of the library. We support the summer reading program at all 6 of the branches. We also work on gathering funding to put some enhancements in the children's department and the teen department. We have some community partnerships. We've worked with Williamson County Schools and FSSD schools. We have an annual art show where the students' art is displayed for an entire year. We've worked with Williamson County hospitals in conjunction with some community partners and provided books for their children's department, which they keep a lending library, and also books that they can give away to the kids who come in through the ER.
Well, I encourage folks viewing this, if you haven't been to the library in a while, come and see the new tween area that the foundation has provided money to give for furniture and what have you. It's really fabulous. Have you had a chance to go by and see it yet?
I have, and it's a great area. I also want to say the teen area has really had a lot of improvements in the last year. The teen librarians do a lot of things to encourage teenagers to come into the library.
Yes.
And it is more than books. It's a lot of software. It's a lot of programming that they have for the teenagers. Is it time that I could talk about the fundraiser this year?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. We really feel that the library needs to have more laptop computers that teens, tweens, children can come in and use. And to that end, our goal is to provide 2 carts of computers. We'll have 30 laptops, which a student can come in, they can borrow, they can utilize this computer whenever they're in the library. Our big fundraiser is going to be Thursday night, October 19th. Let me not get that date wrong. It's going to be over at the new Enrichment Center, which is part of Academy Park. They have a beautiful event space. It's going to be a dinner, there's going to be a silent auction, and we are hoping that we get lots of people in the community to support us as sponsors and also to come on out and join us that night to hear about what's going on at the library.
It's a very exciting project, and the foundation members are very excited. The board's working very hard, including you, and the staff is excited too. We're just ecstatic to be part of this. It's going to be wonderful.
Well, we've spent a lot of years either getting businesses to contribute to the library or in the process of getting grants, but this is the very first time we're having a community fundraiser. So we're hoping to maybe win over a few more library supporters
There
in
you go.
the county.
That's always a good thing. Also, with the new tween area and shelving and furniture in the new teen area, also the foundation has provided some new furniture in the branches, new laptops for the branches, for Fairview specifically. So you guys have just been really busy and generous with all of the things that you're doing this year. Let's talk about the summer reading program.
Okay.
We have an annual summer reading program. Tell us a little bit about the foundation's role in that.
Well, that was something the foundation has been doing for years, being sure that the funding is available for the county libraries to run this program. And how the program runs is students sign up. It's free to anybody who would like to come. There are prizes, there's incentives, there's lots of programming, which is exciting. So there may be a topic, it might be an animal handler, it might be a magician, it might be kind of the science guy. And I am always amazed at the number of parents and children that come on out for those events.
It's exciting, and the foundation has been very helpful, and some Friends branches help pay a little bit toward it too. But Foundations gives us money to pay for these performers, because the magicians and the animal educators, and they don't come in for free, they have to be paid. So you guys help us in providing these excellent programs.
Well, thank you. And that's every week in the summer, and I'm not exactly sure how many weeks it is. It's probably 7 or 8.
Yeah, we're going to have, later on in the show, we're going to talk specifics with Julie Duke and about it, but yes.
That is great. And the foundation also provides funding for programming during the year, which is not tied into the summer reading, but there's been a magician that's come in. There's been ventriloquists who have come in. And some other things. There's been an adult writing workshop that we've sponsored. A children's author has come in with books and talked to the kids about writing.
Yeah, we're not leaving grown-ups out in this, because we have summer reading for adults also, which we will be talking about in a few minutes. Okay. So it's adults read too, and it's fun for them to be involved while their kids are reading. So, and we are having a big kickoff June 3rd. The theme this year is Build a Better World. So we're taking on that, and it's going to be Build a Better Community.
So is the big kickoff at the main library?
At the main library, and we're going to have all kind of different community folks there, and it's going to be from like 11 to 2. So it's going to be great, and bring in and involve the community. One of the things we're trying to do is get like the TMA, the transportation, the green bus, as I call it, that goes around. You'll see it in Franklin to come. But just things that make our community a little better. So I'm looking forward to that.
Well, and the library really is a big part of that.
Well, we enjoy working with our community partners, and we very much appreciate what the foundation's been doing, and to help us provide good programs for folks during the summer.
Well, we're proud to be part of this effort.
Well, thank you. And we're going to have you or someone from the foundation come back, talk about the October program later, closer to that time.
Well, we'll be happy to do that.
Well, thank you. Thanks so much for coming today.
Oh, you're welcome.
And we'll be right back. Welcome back. And our theme of summer reading on today's show, I've got reference librarian extraordinaire Lindsay Roseberry here She's going to be talking to us about the adult summer reading program, because we no longer at the library wanted to leave adults out of the fun of summer reading. So thank you so much, Lindsay, for joining us today. Tell us a little bit about the summer reading program for adults.
Well, the theme this year is the same for children's, teens, and adults, Build a Better World. And so we kind of looked through the manual, which they give us a manual, and kind of chose some different ideas of...
now, who gives us the manual?
Consolidated Summer Program, Summer Library Programs.
Okay.
I can never remember it. I always have to Google it.
It usually comes through the state library.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
And so many states are doing the same thing. And so we went through and found some different program topics, and then we set about trying to get people to come talk. So we just want to let people know what they can do.
Well, before we go through some of the programs, why is it important to include adults in this?
Oh, okay, because, well, first of all, we offer prizes for adults, and adults like to get prizes, and especially for reading. Also, it's a great way to get their kids to read, because if adults read, then kids will see their parents read, and they'll go, oh, reading can be fun. I want to read too.
Exactly.
So it's a great pattern.
Well, tell us about some of the programs.
Well, we are going to have Franklin Historic Homes, and Rick Warwick is going to come talk about the homes. And
he has a following by himself.
Yes, he does.
People just love Rick. He tells great stories when he's presenting too.
Yeah,
really good job.
We're going to have the fire department come talk about fire safety, and
that's always important.
We're going to have Life Reimagined, which is presented by AARP, and it's basically a way to evaluate your life and see if you want to go a different direction.
Ooh, I like that.
Mm-hmm. And we're going to have for the parents and children together, we're going to build a better robot. So we're going to give you the parts. You try to make something that works.
Oh, that's great.
And we're going to have, the big one, getting ready for the solar eclipse.
Oh, okay.
Dr. Billy Teets from Vanderbilt Dyer is going to come talk about how to get ready for it, where it's going to come. He's going to hand out glasses so you can look at the sun. And he's going to talk about how to prepare and how to be safe when you're watching the eclipse, because Nashville is one of the places that it's going to come right across Nashville. And hotel rooms have been booked for a year.
So what's the date of the eclipse?
I do believe it is August the 21st.
Ah.
So we're having having him come in July. So, because no one wants to be here on the day of the eclipse, because this is a big thing.
Yes.
Then they want to be there.
They want to be there. It'll be too busy for them to drop in.
And then two more programs we have. We're going to have someone from the ASPCA, the animal shelter, come talk about how to take care of feral animals. So either the cats and dogs and spay and neuter, as well as if you have a squirrel falls down and you want to try to figure out what to do about it. And we're also having someone come talk about bluebirds and other backyard birds.
Oh.
So to make the birds happy too.
Well, yesterday, I have to tell this real quick. Yesterday, it was a beautiful day, and I was early for an appointment, so I was outdoors, and I was watching these two birds, and it looked like one was injured, and I watched them for a few more minutes. No, they were playing. They were flying away. Then they'd come back and play. Then they'd leave again. It was great. It was great.
I wanted to tell a quick word about the prizes.
Okay, yes. Let's talk about the prizes.
Well, we've asked area businesses to give us complimentary prizes for lucky readers. And Triple Crown Bakery is a new one for us. And they are kind of close to Handy Hardware.
I was going to say that's the one on the corner where Handy Hardware. Okay.
And Handy Hardware is going to give us a prize. Chocolat is giving us a 15-piece box, and you go with the box and you can fill it up, whatever you want. Aveda is giving us 2 free facials, 60-minute facials.
Facials are fun.
Yeah.
Those are fun.
We're getting coupons for Pueblo Real, and of course the book bags and lots of books that we've been squirreling away just to give as away as possible.
Well, you mentioned books, and you want to tell the viewers some of the books that are coming out during the summer that they might want to be reading?
Sure. One that's out recently is Astrophysics for People in a Hurry by Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Oh, wait a minute. He's the one that did the new Cosmos, wasn't it? Okay.
Yeah. And he's also the one, he still gets in trouble. He killed Pluto. Because Pluto
Oh, he did.
he's
He was the one that
he
did
said,
that.
It's still there. It's not a planet. It's a smaller planet. It's not a big planet. It's still there. And he gets in trouble with that all the time. Another, then Dennis Lehane has a new book out, Since We Fell. And those people who are interested in Jane Austen, there's the Jane Austen Project. I do believe.
Now, there's some people that work with us who would
Yes.
be interested in it. We got some Jane Austen fans at the library.
I think this might involve time travel. I'm not sure.
Fun.
And another book that I've been hearing great things about, everybody loves it. It's a mystery, I guess, detective series called IQ by Joe Ide, or Ide, I-D-E. And it's a young man who has realized that the police won't come to his area in California or in Los Angeles. And so he decides to start solving crimes. And he's very successful at it.
I love that. Sounds like a movie in the works there. Somebody better grab up the movie rights
Somebody's
for
going to
that
grab
one.
it up. Another book that's just now out is a book by Gabourey Sidibe. And this is Just My Face, Try Not to Stare.
I like
and
that title.
For those of you who ever saw the movie Precious or any of the other movies, she is a happy plus-size person, and she's talking about her life. Also another one, A New Model, What Confidence, Beauty, and Power Really Look Like by Ashley Graham. And I actually heard her today on Good Morning America. She's talking about how she was hated and booed on Facebook, and she's saying, tough, this is me, and this is what I'm going to do.
Oh, okay. Well, good.
And then, for those of you who like Friedrich Bachmann, A Man Called Ove, or Uwe, my grandmother told me to tell you she's sorry. He has a new one called Beartown. And The Killers of the Flower Moon, The Osage Murders and the Birth of the FBI, which is a nonfiction book. And this has been talked about. The Osage were moved out into Oklahoma on reservation land that no one wanted. It was rocky, but it turned out to have oil. Lots of oil.
Then everybody wanted it.
And they kept on making rules like the Osage people that family would need assistance. So a white person had to be able to be taking care of the funds because the Indians couldn't afford it.
Well, thank you, Lindsay,
sure.
for joining us today. And find out more about the summer reading program for adults and visit us at wcpltn.org.
That's right.
Or call us at, what's your phone number?
615-595-1243, extension 1. Ask us questions. We're on the second floor of the library.
Yes. Thank you very much, Lindsay, for joining us today. And we'll be right back. Welcome back. This time we're going to focus on the kiddos for the summer reading program. We have the manager of the teen department and the children's department, both hard-working departments.
Very, very hardworking department.
Julie Duke today, and thank you so much, Julie, for joining us today.
Always a pleasure.
Why is it important to have a summer reading program?
Well, we actually don't get asked that a lot, but just in case, I have an answer for you. I think one of the main reasons that the schools think about it is to prevent what's called the summer slide, where kids are out of school,
they stop reading, stop doing homework-related stuff, and it's possible they can lose almost a whole grade level as far as their reading capability.
Doesn't take very long, does
It doesn't take very long to get out of the swing of things. So that's one thing that we do with summer reading, and we certainly get a lot of readers in the summer. The books fly off the shelves as soon, actually before we can
Almost
get them.
literally fly off the
literally
shelves.
fly off the shelves. But I also like to think, and maybe this is just more of a traditional librarian point of view, 'cause I've been doing this for a long time, and I like the kids to think of the library as someplace other than homework and assignments
Oh,
and
absolutely.
required reading, and we do that with our programs, and of course, who doesn't want to miss the opportunity to see a magician or to see Bob Tarter or one of his assistants with the natural history animals that are local animals and to learn something about it. Or one of our staff members, she's a part-time person at Nolensville, Jill Thatcher. She takes the summers off and she comes and visits all the libraries and does her ventriloquist act with the
Oh,
puppets.
that's right,
And
yes.
she's full of energy. And I think that's really important for the kids to come to the library for a different reason. And also, I guess, as a patron of the arts, as so many library people are, some of those things, I would say, with puppetry, magicians, all of those, unless the schools have the funding to sponsor it, the kids don't get to see that. And certainly, some of the neighborhood kids whose parents don't have money to take them to TPAC or to some of the special
Yeah.
things.
Well, it's not only schools having money to do this, it's also time.
Absolutely, time.
Schools have, there's so much they try to give the kids, where we benefit a little bit more because we can just be like reading and entertainment, and they have a lot
Yes.
more than that to
Right.
do, so.
Right, and we want the children, certainly, and that's been a creed of librarians especially children's librarians for a long time, is creating lifelong readers.
That's right.
And lifelong library supporters, and
That's right.
catch them while they're young.
That's right. That's what
That's
I
how
always
we
say.
do it.
That's what I always say. Well, each summer reading program every year has a theme. So let's
Yes.
talk about the theme. Tell us a little bit about the
We
theme this year.
are really excited about the theme this year. It's called Build a Better World, and I can't think of anything more timely. Just making our world a better place. And there's, for us who are doing programs and coming up with different ideas of things to do with the kids, you can take that with Legos, you can take that with Build a Better World by recycling, Build a Better World by helping your neighbor, Build a Better World by adopting a pet from the Williamson Animal Center. So it's a really nice theme to work with.
Well, tell us a little bit about some of the programs that we're going to have.
I brought my flyer. We have a lot of our old favorites, which are great. I already mentioned a couple. Bob Tarter with the Natural History Education Company. He's about at almost all the branches. Almost everybody has him, and he
He has a following.
He has a huge following, and he's got a Harrison hawk. He's got the baby kangaroo is now a year old, so I don't know how big he is
Not a
now.
baby anymore.
He's got a Gila monster he's going to be bringing around. He usually has a mammal, a bird, and a reptile or two. Little prairie dogs. He's got some prairie dogs, so it's always so fun to see the animals, and he actually gives you a lot of information about caring for animals, local animals.
Well, that's a good point, because not only are his and other performers entertaining, they're also educational at the same time.
And-
you learn about
right.
the animals, which is great.
And I would say all our programs have some element of education to them. We have Mr. Rich,
Oh,
Super
yes,
Science Tennessee,
Science
and
guy.
also Mr. Bond, two of our different science groups, and they're always, of course they do things that are fun, but also have information that the kids can
Well, tell
use.
us a little bit about the registration. Registration starts
May 20th, and we're getting all that ready. We have a few more days, 10, 11 days to finish that up, and all the programs will be online, so go to your favorite branch library site, and you can
Yes, that's
sign-
a good thing to talk about too, because the branches also have summer reading programs.
Yes,
It's not
all
just the main
our
library.
locations. The teen department has.
Teen department has a very active summer reading.
Very active. And actually, interesting enough, I was telling about Jill Thatcher. She also is going to be doing a puppetry workshop for the teens at the main library
Oh,
this
good.
summer. So that's good. She's actually done it at least twice before, and that's really enjoyable. And that's learning a new skill.
That's right. And also, we're having online registration.
We're having this will be our second year for online registration. Goes super fast, and it's really important for us, to know the numbers of how many people are participating, how many children, their different ages. It helps us purchase prizes. We also turn all those numbers into the state library, and which provides materials for us. Lindsay had mentioned the summer reading manuals, posters, pencils. We're dependent on them for quite a few things to help us along.
So the online registration last year was very, very flexible and easy to do.
Very easy.
So, and most of our big programs at the main library are on Thursdays.
Yes.
Registration went very well online, and to register and find out more about the summer reading programs, you can go to wcpltn.org.
That's right.
And also, it's never too young to start to learn to read. So if you're the parent of an infant out there that's not reading yet, still bring them in and involve them in the program.
That's right.
Because children love to be read to.
They do. And we actually purchase for prize books. We have baby board books. So we
There
want
you go.
everyone to participate.
Well, thank you very much,
Yes,
Julie.
it's always a pleasure.
Julie and her team just do a fabulous job there at the library.
very
And we're
hard.
very fortunate to have them. Williamson County is fortunate to have them, and we'll be right back.
When I lost my sight, the only thing I had was reading.
When you discover you have an impairment, it can change your life. So take a little time to find the resources that are going to help you restore what you've lost.
Whatever your needs are, 99.9% of them can be met by the NLS program.
There's all kinds of formats that you can choose from. You can choose from large print or braille or audio.
Just can't recommend it enough. It's a free service. It's amazing how much you can get.
It has expanded my horizon.
And everybody can read the way they want to read using this program.
For more information about the National Library Service for the Blind and Physically Handicapped, Library of Congress, visit loc.gov/thatallmayread or call 1-888-NLS-READ.
Thanks again for joining us today and learning about the library's summer reading program. And to find out more about what we're doing, log on to wcpltn.org. I would also like to thank our special guests today, Janine Moore with the Foundation, Lindsay Roseberry with our Reference Department, and Julie Duke with our Children's and Teens Department. And please follow us on Facebook and Twitter at WCPLTN. And also join us and receive our monthly newsletters. You can send an email at ref@williamson-tn.org. And until next time, explore your world and read.
As an astronomer, I love the stars. As a resident of planet Earth, I dig healthy soil. Find out why you should too. Visit nrcs.usda.gov and unlock the secrets in the soil.